Welcome to On a Very Serious Note, where we ditch the BS and get real. I'm your host, Patrick, and we're diving deep into life's roller coaster. Career highs, messy relationships, wanderlust-inducing travels, and social issues that matter. Expect raw and filtered conversations and a whole lot of laughs. This ain't your average podcast, so buckle up and get ready to be challenged and entertained. Kaya tara na, usap tayo. Welcome back to On a Very Serious Note, where we dive headfirst into the curious and the quirky and the downright fascinating, of course. I'm your host, Patrick, and today we're venturing into a realm where stars whisper secrets, cards reveal hidden truths, and the line between the ordinary and the extraordinary blurs. Get ready to explore the captivating world of astrology, tarot, and modern mystic. Joining us today here is Harley, an astrologer, tarot reader, and a practicing witch whose journey into the mystical arts has been anything but ordinary. Harley, welcome to my show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm super excited for this. Thank you.
I'm so excited. Ang dami-dami na kasi nagre-request about this topic. So I could not even think of a better guest than the Harley. So I met Harley by the way, for our listeners out there. I met her in one of the TikTok videos I came across with. I was just scrolling my TikTok, for you page, and I came across with one of her contents, and it really, you know, impacted me inwards. And I don't know, it blown my mind. I kind of like I've seen so many people doing the contents, but when I saw Harley's content or video, I felt like the universe was shouting and yelling at me, you have to reach
Oh,
out to this person and talk to her and be friends with this person.
thank
That's
you.
what I felt.
Really, that's good to hear. Some will say it was meant for you. Some will say it's the algorithm. Charot.
Yeah. Baka naman, di ba, both. Pero grabe. I still believe in the magic of
Mhm.
probably the universe allowed algorithm to be created for us to meet and align in the most
Yeah.
systematic and scientific ways.
Yes.
But yes, just for the sake of our listeners here, can you please tell us a bit of your background, who you are, about your
Mhm.
personal life?
Of course. So my name's Harley. That's not my government name. That's what I use whenever I do these things. I'm an astrologer, as mentioned by Pat. I'm also a tarot reader and I'm a practicing witch. But aside from that, I live a very normal life. I have a day job. It's more of something that I do when I practice in my everyday life, that I incorporate in my everyday life, technically. I don't know how else to introduce myself aside from that. I'm a lover of arts, I guess. But yeah, that's me.
Wow. I like that you also are into arts. Me too. I've been fascinated with creatives.
Mm.
Um, I love going to museums, watching just the abstract paintings and even the crafted ones. They're
Mm-mm.
so amazing. I feel like people are human as we are. I can't even imagine how humans can create that. No?
Right? Very beautiful. Yeah, yeah. I guess that's a part of intuition as well. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, let's head on to our first question, Harley. I'm very, very excited to talk about this. But, a lot of people are also curious about your journey as an astrologer, as a
Mhm.
practicing witch. Was there a specific spark or a moment of awakening that drew you to astrology, tarot, and witchcraft?
For me, it wasn't necessarily an awakening eh. My journey, I don't know if it's unique, but my journey it started with curiosity. Before I became an astrologer, a tarot reader, kaya ako siya inaral, kaya ako na-curious was because I wanted to debunk it. Gusto kong patunayan na, hindi siya totoo, ganyan. Because around the time when I was curious about it, which was around 2018, I was still in college, maraming nakapaligid sa akin ng mga classmates ko, ganyan, that were already into tarot, particularly. Yun yung time na sikat yung mga tarot readers talaga sa YouTube. And
Mm.
they would keep on listening on this tarot readings. Tapos they always say na, oh, it resonates. Nangyari nga yun sa akin, ganyan-ganyan. And I'm a very scientific-minded person. So, at the back of my head, I'm like, baka naman self-fulfilling prophecy lang yan, ganyan. So, I tried to, like, I was curious about it. How does it work? Ganyan. And was it really just in their minds or there's something deeper beneath it? And that's when I realized, ang dami ko bang hindi alam sa mundong to, particularly in that particular world of like the mystics and everything. And then I just entered the rabbit hole. And ever since, di na ako nakalabas. So I guess that was the spark for me.
Oh, I see. So it started from something as opposed to what people believe, 'di ba? Like, you came from an opposing energy, but then here you are
Mhm.
practicing it even beyond
Yeah.
the basics.
Oo. So, yung iba kasi, di ba, it was really an awakening for them because of a
Oo.
certain period, like hardship in their life.
Mm.
Unfortunately, wala akong ganong MMK story. It was
Ah,
really
okay.
curious
That's so
and
nice.
took me
Mhm.
there.
Well, I think many of us grapple with this, the desire to embrace the magical while nandito tayo ngayon sa mundong ito, like we are in the modern era. Often hectic lives, of course, yung maraming struggles, maraming triumphs, and all that. How do you find that balance, but doing this? And of course, you said you also have a day job.
Yes, as a corporate slave. Charot. But yeah, that's a very good question kasi there are some people who think that when you become like an astrologer, a tarot reader, it's something full time. Kasi nga, di ba, people think that it's super elaborate, you should do rituals or whatever. But it's super easy to incorporate in your daily lives. Kasi for example, for me, I guess, I don't know if it's unique to me, but I have a very good barrier of who I am when I'm doing something practical or in the material world. Like, for example, I'm doing my job. Of course, I'm not Harley. But outside of that, there's a lot of things that I do, kumbaga, that are separate. But at the same time, it's easy to incorporate kasi there's a lot of simplicity, particularly, for example, in witchcraft. Like, simply watering a plant, cleaning your house is already a part of that. So, it's really easy to incorporate. I have the same thoughts at first nung when I was just starting out na parang baka naman di ko mapanindigan to kasi when I see it for other people parang super elaborate, but it isn't. It really depends on how you apply it in your everyday life. Kumbaga.
Got it, no? Hindi, kasi parang pag naririnig na ng astrology, parang nakakatakot din eh. Parang super complicated, mabigat, maraming dapat i-follow na mga, you know, yung sabi mga rituals or 'di ba sabi dito sa West it's called taboo or taboo yung term nila. Ang dami-daming 'di ba, mga ganong stigma. Pero na-impress ako dun sa sinabi mo na by just doing your daily routine, the normal daily routine, you can already practice astrology in that matter.
Yes.
Wow.
Even in astrology, yes. Oo.
Nice, nice. Now let's clear the air for a moment. But when most people hear astrology, they think of those daily horoscopes in the newspaper. Yun yung parang impression ng astrology, 'di ba? But there's so much more to it, isn't it?
Yes,
True?
so much more. Actually, yun din yung nasa isip ko when I started out. 'Di ba, sobrang talamak niya. Lalo sa Pilipinas, sobrang sikat niyan, 'di ba? Yung dyaryo pa or even in magazines, like there's always horoscopes. So when I first saw it as well, I was like, it's not true kasi hindi naman nangyayari sa akin yung mga nakasulat, but there's so much beyond it kasi if you go into astrology, the sun sign, what we see in horoscope, is just one aspect of astrology. It's a very
Wow.
complex system na ang dami pa. Kumbaga, so many other planets, so many other houses. And I guess that's the reason why a lot of people as well don't believe in it or like doesn't acknowledge it because they think na sun sign lang siya. But it's fun. It's part of a popular culture. It's one of the reasons why sumikat din naman yung horoscopes, yung astrology. So I won't diminish it per se, but there's so much more into it. It's just not even the tip. As in like sobrang liit nga lang in the iceberg of astrology.
I agree. Kasi the first, personally, the first time I encountered astrology, like real astrology with Harley, that's when I realized hindi lang pala isang aspeto yung tinitingnan. 'Di ba? Sabi mo kanina may 12 house. For those who are not familiar with what we're talking about, 12 houses represents the different, 'di ba, parang houses of our lives, yung
Yeah.
areas of our lives.
Oo,
Yun
correct.
yung natutunan ko from Harley, of course.
Perfect.
And I get so fascinated kasi 'di ba hindi lang para isang placement yung sabi mo kanina sa newspaper, yung fina-follow nila isang placement lang yun, pero may iba pa palang placement na i-consider. Now
Yeah.
we're talking about the birth chart right now. And this
Mhm.
is jargon to many people, especially the in the pop culture right now. I
Mhm.
love the idea of birth charts as a cosmic blueprint. It seems to
Yes.
me like it seems to me like a cheat sheet or something. You
Mhm.
know, many of us has a unique map to our souls, ika nga,
Mhm.
written in the stars. Can you tell us a bit about what kind of information can we uncover from a birth chart? Like, just a crash course for our
Mhm.
listeners to get a glimpse of it.
Yes, sobrang dami. Actually, if you're really into astrology, maraming like napaparalyze into what they need to look at. But what I really love about it first are the practical things. You can learn something as practical as how can I make more money? What's the best career industry for me? Sobrang patok niya lalo na sa mga magka-college tapos di pa alam kung anong kukunin course. For example, um, there's also aspects that are less material but more on the relationships. Lalo na ngayon, di ba, we are in that period wherein we really crave belongingness. You can also see like, kailan kaya ako potentially magkakajowa or like what are the attitude or the personality of the person that I should be pursuing. To some, there are also people who will ask na parang, will I ever get married? Will I ever have kids? Ganyan. You can also see that in your chart. And something as abstract as what's the type of knowledge that I know? How should I communicate? What's my relationship with my spirituality? It's everything is in a birth chart. Kaya nga, there is this saying na parang, wag mo basta-basta i-share yung birth chart mo kasi if there's someone who really knows how to use it or how to read it, they're gonna know a lot about you. And then that's it. There's so much to know in the natal chart. Kasi tulad na sabi mo, I love that cosmic blueprint talaga siya.
Mm. Interesting. I like that you give us a tip about not sharing a birth chart kasi parang nakaka-excite din yun, 'di ba? Malaman pag when you get into a reading session
Mhm.
and then you found out that you will meet the love of your life in this lifetime, like a Prince Charming coming out of the castle. Parang ganun yung mga atake nung alignment ng stars mo. You get so excited to share it with your friends. Pero it's something pala no, that we gatekeep at some point for our safety, for
Oo.
energies to be protected. Parang ganon.
Yes.
Now,
Oo.
this is $1 million question. You talked about many people have been drawn towards astrology because they thought it can guide them and it can provide them insights. Now, does astrology determine our fate or does it simply offer roadmap? Can you tell us more insights on that? Kasi parang a lot of people are already depending on astrology. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? What can you say about that?
Totoo yun, no? That's $1 million question. First of all, I will say it's a mixture of both. There's a part of astrology talaga that will help you determine what really is your fate. Like, ano ba talagang mangyayari? But at the same time, there's also an aspect of free will into it kasi it's a blueprint. So the best way that I can explain it, especially to people who are afraid, kasi maraming ganun na parang they want their birth charts to be read, pero lagi nilang sinasabi na, takot kasi ako kung ano yung malalaman ko. The best metaphor that I give to people like that is it's like a weather forecast na kapag sinabi ko sa'yo na, oh, may paparating na bagyo, for sure, merong masisira yung bagyo. Kumbaga, babahain, may mga masisirang bahay, may mga masisirang daan. That is the fate part in astrology. Hindi mo maaalis yon. However, the free will part in astrology is metaphorically, paano mo sasalubungin yung bagyo? If you already know that merong masisira, anong gagawin mo? Will you evacuate? Will you stay at your home? Ayusin mo na ba yung bahay mo? lalangoy ka ba sa baha? I don't know. It's based on how you will approach it. So it's technically a mixture of both. I do understand people who are afraid to know certain things about their faith. Kasi syempre, there are some things that you shouldn't know. You don't have to play God technically. But at the same time, what we usually say as astrologers are the things that you should know, that we know that will impact you. But it's all up to you how you will take that information. So nasa sayo pa din yun whether you're gonna be paralyzed by fear or whether you'll take advantage of that and plan ahead. Kumbaga, that's what we always say. So yun siya. It's a mixture of both.
Wow. Wow. I like that. I like that you highlighted that there is still interplay between free will and the influence of the stars. Kasi given talaga yan eh. I do believe, I'm a firm believer that the aspects and the movements of the planets and the influence of the stars is an energy we can always draw, diba? To be a guide in our lives. At the same time, make our own choices. Ang galing nun, no? Grabe. Now, thank you for sharing that. Now, I would like to deep dive into this very specific area of astrology, the card reading, the tarot card reading, because ang
Okay.
dami-dami na ngayong, di ba, interested to know more about this.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to the traditional card readings na nakikita natin sa mga movies and all that. You know, tarot is part of astrology. Is it? Or
Correct you on that. It's definitely it's not. It's the same with astrology in a sense that it helps you understand what you should know. Pero the difference, just for people to know, kasi yung iba din parang nalilito sila on what's the difference. Astrology is based on the patterns and the movements of the stars. So walang intuition based dito. It's very pattern-like, it's very mathematical, kumbaga. But tarot is a form of divination, which is hula, as we call it, that is reliant to intuition and what is being told by them.
okay.
So it's a different branch, let's just say. I don't know if that's the right term. So ganun siya. It's different in a sense, pero meron ding similarities. Kaya I understand na maraming nalilito.
Okay, got it. So tarot relies on intuition or energies
Yes.
revolving around human beings or
Yes.
the material world. Ika nga. Got it. While astrology is something already is fixed.
Written
And
in the stars.
Yes,
Technically.
got it. Well, thank you for giving us that insight. Now, what is it about a deck of cards that can offer such profound guidance and insight sa mga buhay natin? Parang, bakit ba niya nakikita yung mga answers? I know from the word itself is intuitive reading, but how does it work? Can you give us a crash course, please?
Of course. Okay, for me, I always explain it two ways. The first one is the tarot cards itself, they're already full of messages. There are different tarot cards kasi. There are four main ones. We have the Rider-Waite Tarot. Ito yung laging nakikita ng mga tao. We have the Thought Tarot. I have it there. Ayan. It's made by a different artist, by Aleister Crowley. He's a very known occultist. We also have the Golden Dawn Tarot. And then we also have the Marseille Tarot. All of those four cards, if you're into tarot, they're really full of messages by themselves. If you're into occult study or even theology, if you're very religious, you're gonna see that there are symbols already that are already in the cards that will tell you a message. So doon siya nanggagaling. There are some people who approach it as if you're interpreting the cards through their illustrations. Dito na papasok yung, I guess, kaya ako na-attract sa tarot is because I'm into arts, ganyan. And there are people as well that are into that. And at the same time, the second half of it, of how it works, is a person's intuition. But in reality, you don't have to be like a manghuhula or an intuitive, super intuitive person to do it. Kasi nga, there's already a guidance of how you should read the tarot cards. The intuition comes when you are already reading for another person and you feel like there is a different message hiding deep within. Kasi nga, pare-pareho naman yung mga cards, pero hindi pare-pareho yung tao na narinig mo. So it really depends on the context of their stories and at the context of your intuition as well as the reader, kumbaga. So, technically, that's how it works. Kaya whenever I do classes for tarot, ina-explain ko muna sa kanila yung meaning ng different cards. And then I also give them tips how to tap into their intuition. Kasi we all have different ways of tapping into our intuition, ganyan. So those are like the twofold of how it works technically.
Got it. Wow. So it looks like it's more of facilitating, helping people tap
Mhm.
into their inner wisdom rather than fortune telling.
Yes, that's what I always see. Para siyang confirmation mo, kumbaga.
Affirmative reading, or parang the answers are already there. Parang narinig ko to somewhere. It's, I think from you, the
Mhm.
answers are already there. It's just that the cards are affirming it.
Yes.
Got it.
So, ganun yun.
Wow. That's the power and the unique key characteristics of the tarot itself. Now, I
Yeah.
think some people are intrigued by tarot, but also a bit of wary. There are these misconceptions, maraming misconceptions that it's all about predicting, mga masasamang mangyayari or gloom, or that it's somehow dangerous. Lalo na sa mga religious people that,
Lalo na sa Pilipinas.
in the Philippines. What would you say to someone who's curious but hesitant to explore tarot?
Oh, okay. First of all, before I answer that, I just want to say to people, this is what I always say. The reason why it looks like it's all dark, nakakatakot, ganyan, is because of popular culture. Like, ang daming horror movies that uses tarot as like a very negative tool. May iba nga rin na exorcism, ginagamit nila tarot, which doesn't make sense, di ba? And at the same time kasi, the visualizations of tarot to some people are scary kasi we're not used on seeing those things. Tulad nga ng sabi natin mo, even here in the Philippines, kasi we're very religious. So we're just used to seeing crosses, ganyan, the image of Jesus. But when we see something different, we're afraid. So that's what I always say as well to people who are curious pero natatakot sila. It's just your curiosity, technically. Sometimes, sabi nila, curiosity kills the cat, but there's no harm as well into looking at why are you curious about it. Kasi in reality, tarot, it's just cards. It's not gonna harm you. It's how you use it that's gonna harm you. The same way, it's a bad symbolism, but it's like a weapon eh. If I give you a knife, it's up to you how you want to use it. Pangahati mo ba ng gulay or ipangsasaksak mo, I don't know. Tarot cards are like that. So, if you ask something negative, syempre negative yung sasabihin sa'yo. If you ask something gloomy, like for example, kailan ba ako mamamatay, ma-aksidente ba ako? Syempre, that's what we're going to see. But if we're gonna ask something positive, we're gonna say something positive. Or if we see something negative, we're gonna give you an idea on how to turn that around. Kasi at the end of the day, energy is always shifting. Kumbaga, so you can shift that energy. So it's not set in stone. That's also what's really good about tarot, is it's not set in stone. It's just a guide for you. And if you don't like that guide, then don't mind it. Just do it for fun. And I even remember my first tarot reading ever when nung hindi pa ako nagta-tarot ha. We did it for fun. Pumunta kami ng Quiapo to have a tarot reading, which was really, ang mura pa nga nun, it was around 50 pesos. We just did it for fun. And wala naman ako narinig na nakakatakot. They were just like, okay, gagraduate ka ng ganito, ingat ka sa pagkain ng ganito. Like, it's not scary at all. It's fascinating. So answer your curiosity, and then after that, it's up to you what you want to do.
Yeah, I like that. I think it gives us a very, very good guide na we can still juggle our own belief systems with the alternative belief system, which revolves around astrology. Like, diba, I still believe in God. I still have my own faith with me intact, but I do think that God allows these tools to be available for us to be guided, diba? On top of having, scriptures in the religious side of it, I think it's also a tool kasi I think even God even uses the stars to lead his people, diba?
Right?
So there is really something, not magical, I don't want to call it magical, but there is something spiritual in
Yes.
that, or supernatural in that deck of cards that we can bank into. Not to depend on it fully, but at least to make wise decisions. I think that's the purpose of it all.
Mhm.
Yung mabibigyan tayo ng insights and wisdom, at the same time make really wise and smart decisions, how to navigate life, how to overcome our different fears, our struggles.
Mhm.
Kasi as human beings, we always look for hope. And I think tarot gives us that, or that side, the mystical world gives us that, a bit of a hope. Now, after this storm or after this downfall or whatever struggles you're currently having, you will see a light. You will see a clear path. Yung mga ganung messages na mama-affirm natin sa buhay natin, 'di ba? While having that intuitive reading. And I think that's what I really really like about having a taste of that side of the supernatural into my life,
Yeah.
mix in my belief systems.
And I wanna add lang, no, that's true kasi during my curiosity about this, one of the reason why I wanted to debunk it was I was a God hater when I was young. Super angsty ko, super emo ko, galit ako sa mundo. Lahat ng problema ko sa buhay sinisisi ko sa kay God, ganyan. But when I dwelled into astrology and tarot, ironically, that's when my relationship with God became a little bit closer. Because that's when I realized that there's a lot more things in this world that I don't know, that I think when I was younger, I was blaming it all to God, but then failed to realize that it was leading me into something. And even like the symbolisms of tarot, I understood it better, and I understood my relationship with God better because of those things. Kumbaga, like, what does this mean? Bakit ginamit to ni God? Bakit nasa Bible to? And ironically, it's something that you will also see incorporated in astrology and tarot. So yung negative context ng mga tao na when you do things like this, na parang demonyo ka na, or atheist ka, ganyan, or satanic ka, it's not true. There are a lot of people in the community that I know that also experienced the same thing as me. That they became closer to God. They believe in miracles because of the things that they're seeing. And they understand more that we're just a very small part of the world and everything is connected. So that's true. Yung sinabi mo kanina na parang there's always hope being given. And that's what people fail to realize kasi nga nakikita nila in the popular culture, in movies, in music videos, that it's supposed to be negative but it's not. Kumbaga. So yun siya.
Yes, I agree with you. And thank you for that very wonderful insight. Now, you mentioned about the negative connotation of tarot, the deck of cards. Now, you call yourself a practicing witch, and the word witch carries a lot of historical and cultural weight. Kaya nga,
No.
di ba, there's an influence of popular culture. In your own practice, what does it mean to be a witch?
Oh, this is fun. Okay, first of all, what I always say is it's lifelong learning. When I actually started calling myself as a witch, sobrang cringe. Kasi parang, witch, huy, ano yun? Ganun. Kasi di ba yung Tagalog parang iniisip nila, mangkukulam, albularyo, ganyan. But for me, witchcraft, just for me to there's different ways of how people describe witchcraft. But the way that I do witchcraft, which is super grounded and super practical, like I'm more into herbs, plants, rocks, crystals, minerals, and even following the cycle of the solar system, the moon particularly. It's all about lifelong learning. The reason why there are a lot of witches during like the first period of human ages is because there isn't a lot of things that we know. And the reason why witches really emerged is because they were the ones who really put a lot of effort into understanding things that people were afraid to understand. Isa na dyan yung healing, for example, connecting with your ancestors, shamanism are just few examples. So to put it simply, it's sort of like a lifelong learning and understanding what you don't know that's hiding beneath. And more than anything, it's a practice. It's not a religion. So when you say that you're a witch, it's technically a lifestyle as well. syempre may ibang mga tao na natatakot na iniisip nila kapag witch sila, kailangan mag-black ako, kailangan magsuot ako ng ganito or whatever. But it's more than that. It's really into understanding what hides deep within. Like one example that I can give is the ingredients that you use when you're cooking, when you understand them deeper, there's something magical about it. There are attributes of certain vegetables or herbs that you use that you don't know that in witchcraft provides something for you. There's a reason why when you're eating pepper, may iba kang nararamdaman. There's a reason why when you're adding oregano in your food, may iba ka ring mararamdaman. It's because of those things. And it's all up to you whether you want to learn something more about it or not. So it's as simple as that. It's not about elaborate spells and rituals. Syempre may mga ganong witches, no? But it's more than that. That's the most maximalist version of it. But there's a lot more practical things into it.
Wow, I like that. Even rituals and spells often captures many of us or in a lot of people's imagination. But beyond the theatrics, I think there is a very important role that they play or you guys play. Not about controlling outcomes. It doesn't seem to me like that. But
Yes, oo.
there is a more profound purpose, especially in the resurgence of right now in the modern times, the pop culture. We're on a 21st century world. And I think from base of what you've shared, anyone who can be a witch at the same time, can be a scientist or can be a doctor, can still live a
Yes.
normal life. Yeah, right?
And to add with that, no, kahit nung unang panahon, may Kapampangan is not where it's working. Wala akong HIV. Noong unang panahon, yes, maraming scientists, even like priests who are also witches. Like one example that I can give is, I believe Galileo Galilei was an astrologer at the same time an astronomer. I believe Isaac Newton as well was dabbling into witchcraft even though he was a scientist. One perfect example as well na nung una ko inaaral yung witchcraft, he was one of the people that I researched na parang it's very interesting, which was Paracelsus. He was an old scientist that he was a scientist, but he was also into natural magic. Yun nga, yung using herbs and everything. So you can apply it to your life. It's all up to you nga lang how you're gonna do it. There are some people who think that it's all about controlling the outcomes. But in reality, it's more about empowering yourself as well. It's taking your power back. It's realizing that there are some things that I can control, but I can control myself and what I do about it. So parang it's more of like that.
Got it. And I think it also draws towards the energy of intention, of pure and good intention. I think that's where we bank into because since this is still energy, it could still be used as a tool to harm others or, to reaffirm the harms of or the danger of others or something like that, right? And hindi naman yan nili, ni hindi yan ni dinideny ng Bible. Meron talaga mga dark energies and dark forces. Even the spiritual world affirms that. Now, if our listeners were to walk away from this conversation with just one nugget of wisdom from an astrologer that we have here right now, a tarot reader, a practicing witch, what would it be? What would you want it to be?
It's be curious. The reason why is because there are a lot of people in all aspects to not just in studying the occult, astrology and tarot, but in everything in life, because being curious about a lot of things opens a lot of door for you. And at the same time, it answers you whether you should really be afraid of something or not. And at the same time, when you're curious about something, you have that control of where that curiosity will take you. Kumbaga parang, should I go deeper into the rabbit hole? Or okay na ba yung naiintindihan ko? I was just really intrigued by it. Another one as well is, which I also came to understand when I practice witchcraft, is you always have control over yourself that you always have to take back. May iba kasi, particularly those who believe or follow astrology, na napaparalyze sila whenever there are bad transits. For example, lalo na yung Mercury retrograde, pag naririnig ng mga tao, napaparanoid sila, gigigil sila. It's not supposed to be like that. The reason why we're giving information like this is because we want you to arm yourself and take your power back despite the fact that there's something challenging that's going to happen. Kasi at the end of the day, there's always a duality that comes into the nature of forces. May masama, may mabait, may dark, may light, may feminine, may masculine. And that aspect of taking your power back, it really depends on where you were lean on, where you're going to lean on between the spectrum of those two things. So yun lang, just be curious about things, and then remember that at the end of the day, no matter how many challenges are given to you, or no matter how you may seem like you're going to be paralyzed by certain things, you have power over yourself more than anything. So yun siya.
Wow. I like that. I so like what you said about taking, or we still have the control over our power, over
Yes.
our lives, over the energies that we want to feel and we want to express. You know, even though we have those roadblocks given by time, by fate itself, we can still overcome through the hopes of the guides and the alignments of the stars and the guides of the stars. Wow, thank you for that. You know,
Yes.
and for those who are feeling a bit of, you know, that spark, I know we've already steered curiosity right now. In fact, yun yung naging simula kung bakit na-meet ko si Harley. Bakit naging so much into astrology na ako ngayon. Where
Curious
can
ka
we,
din.
yeah? So where can people connect with you online, and what are the services that you offer?
Thank you. Okay, so you guys can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Yung dalawang yun lang yung meron ako. So pareho naman yung handle ko on both. On Instagram and TikTok, you can search at Book of Harley. So that's B as in boy, O-O-K as in libro, of Harley. And there's an underscore right after. So Book of Harley underscore. Kung walang underscore yan, hindi ako yan. Poster yan. You can find me on Instagram. And on Instagram, that's where I post my rates and also my schedules. Pero if you guys are more into learning, understanding things, you guys follow me on TikTok kasi that's what I do. With regards to my services, if you want to get a natal chart reading, I do give that. I also give tarot readings, of course. There are usual like 1 hour, 30-minute tarot readings, but I also offer special tarot readings like shadow reading, past life reading, which are really fun. And together with that, there are also some special services that I do, like synastry reading. Pero the most fun part of that is I also do classes sometimes, which are of course not certified kasi wala pang karapatang mag-certify ng tao. Papunta na tayo dun, guys. But if you want to learn astrology, basics of it, I have classes every quarter. And even in tarot, I have classes every quarter as well. Super cheap. It's not gonna break your wallets or your bank. So yeah, Instagram, TikTok, Book of Harley _
Harley, this has been an absolutely fascinating conversation. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and shedding light on these ancient practices.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you as well for inviting me. That was super, super fun.
I know we could do this more in the future for sure.
Yes, definitely.
Well, on a very serious note, whether or not we personally embrace astrology, tarot, or witchcraft, there's something undeniably compelling about the human desire to seek meaning, connection, and a sense of wonder in the vast universe. Perhaps the most magical thing of all, right? Now, to our listeners, may you continue to explore the mysteries of the cosmos, both within and without. And as always, thank you for joining us on this very special and unique episode on a very serious note. Until next time, may your intuition guide you, our stars align together, and our tea leaves reveal only good fortune. Thanks for tuning in on a Very Serious Note. If you love this episode, hit that follow button, share it with your friends, and join us next week for another powerful conversation. Stay curious, stay bold, and always end on a serious note. Until next time!